All right, David, hit me with a few ticket texts. We can get to the people. Also, if you'd like to send your blame towards David for what took place last night in the Celtics game,
away.
You could send that to Greater Life Church on Tyreman Avenue.
Wait, I have nothing to do with this.
I call that a religious tease. Saturday night, you showed me that all things were possible, and then you took it right away. So guess what, David? The donation is off the board.
I thought Jason Tatum took it all away.
Blame you. Why was that ankle there?
God is the scratch-off ticket.
Right.
The playoffs. Game 4. Game 5. Game 6. Give me game 7.
Show me that last 7.
Cherries.
Just kidding. Yeah, bar. Bar. David.
Didn't the Wings do that against the Sharks in the early 2010s? I agree, felt like a waste of my time.
It's a waste of like this week of your life, and you're like, well, then why did you bother? And then Tatum walking in with that stupid anything is possible Kevin Garnett jacket. Do me a favor, kid. Figure out who you're trying to pretend being here. Are you Kobe? Are you KG? How about you just be you?
I would rather get put down than battle back to lose badly. Just lay down and say, Jesus, take me.
Yeah.
Jesus, take the wheel.
Take me now. I am ready to meet you.
Someone says the 09 Cup final was so depressing. Yes, it was.
Right. You're better off just getting swept. It's the emotional save. I didn't need game 7 if that's how they were going to play. And by the way, I mean, we don't have to go, full pivot to it, but right here, right now, Jaylen Brown is going to be arguably the biggest star that could move this summer. You wanna call Arn down at Pizza Central? You want to formulate an offer for me? I'll review it.
I can't, but there's a reason why I can't do that.
Why is that?
Because he's not someone you can build a team around.
Okay, so is there a better player you're going to be able to make an offer on?
No, but I think the Pistons realize that, which is why you keep hearing talks of Kevin Ollie as the coach.
Okay, so endless rebuild.
We're gonna go. We like to call it developmental instead of rebuild. Developmental.
You haven't won a
better.
playoff game in 15 years. What phase of the developmental thing are we in?
Well, as Detroiters like to say, well, he wasn't here for the other 14 years.
Okay, gotcha.
And Allen says it takes 10 years.
It's a men's league.
Jaylen Brown is somebody that you bring in if you already have pieces in place.
Well, I thought you did. Where's the Piston Boner Brigade to tell me that the young core is great?
Okay, yeah. Jaylen Brown he's somebody that you send to the Bucks.
Okay, Rico is telling you you're effed. David on the ticket text. There doesn't need to be any pretense here, Rico. Yeah. David, go ahead.
Glad Boston lost. Someone else says, poor Tatum and his ankle. How about Larry Bird coming back after slamming his face on the floor?
Right.
Where were you, Jason?
Larry Bird had full CTE. There's no way he didn't have a brain injury. And somehow, and by the way, it's because technology and medicine wasn't where it is today, finishes the game. Isaiah Thomas damn near broke his ankle, dropped 30.
Yeah, that's what someone also
If I had to hear Reggie Miller talk about Tatum, and by the way, can Reggie Miller be fired already? He's atrocious on these games. Atrocious.
Did you know that Jason Tatum was feeling better as the cameras show him limping towards the bench?
As Reggie's whining about his ankle, Tatum goes coast to coast for a layup. Well, it can't be both ways.
It's that energy that all of a sudden he got, the boost. Yeah.
Let me go to Josh, 97.1. Josh, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, guys. Yeah, how about realizing 0 for 12, then you start driving? That's where the game was lost, those clowns. But my 09 has got to be the worst. You're up 3-1, and everybody in Detroit, we all thought, everybody had house parties, everybody was at the bar, everybody was so ready to celebrate back-to-back, and that is the last legitimate title we had in this town, and the Tigers didn't show up in the World Series. The Lions forget about it, and the Pistons forget about it. 09 was the death knell of Detroit sports, and we didn't even get that title, and we were at home for Game 7. That will not top anything in this town.
The moment it all changed for the city of Detroit, because showing up in 12 and getting swept in the World Series means nothing. The moment it all changed was you're up 2-1 in game 2, and you're on a power play. You're up 2-1 in the series, right? And you were on a power play. And Pittsburgh scores the shorthanded goal. Was it Letang, Kenny?
Yes, I believe it was.
Yes, it was. Don't cry. It happened. It's okay.
Just daggers in my back left and right. You open the show like this. Now you're talking about the Ken Holland 10-year rebuild.
I would rather have been swept than have Game 7 at home when you were already up 3-1.
Right.
And you gagged 2 games away. That's awful.
But to be down 0-3 and to battle back and then be at home, that crowd.
You're supposed to be there. That's fake hope. So if you bought in, you could have bought in, but you could have stayed out. And like, we're not going to pull this off. But when you were already you had to just put the final game away, and you couldn't, and that title slips away from back to back. It's awful.
Yep. No, it's fair. I would have been much happier if they would have just been euthanized in 4 versus making it to 7 to do that. Well, you know what I mean. Like when you get swept, you get put down. It's over.
Right, but you're right. You don't waste the time, the effort. We're overmatched.
Saturday night, I'm all hyped up. We got the
right. Yeah, here's the thing.
I almost texted David, God is real, and then you get to Game 7 and look at what you did.
He is. He just showed you, Mike. Here's what happens if you believe in me.
Bar.
You just needed a little more faith.
If I wrote the check after Saturday night, would last night have come out different?
This isn't how it works.
You know what? I need to speak to your manager. I need to speak to your manager.
All I need to see is Jesus on a McDonald's headset. Hello, this is Jesus. How may I help you?
I need to talk to your dad.
Yeah, I'd like to. Who's your supervisor? I want you to explain this Game 7 thing that happened down on Earth last night.
Oh, Mike, my ways are not to be known. You don't understand them. I don't care.
Most expensive pair of seats last night for that game. Yeah. $27,000.
Oh, I had read 35.
All right, split the difference. Can you imagine? I don't care how rich you are.
30 grand.
You spent 30 grand and the Celtics went, here's what it's bought you.
For 30 grand, I expect the janitors to go out there and play some 3-on-3. I need my money's worth.
That's what it looked like. It looked like the scene in Along Came Polly when Jaylen Brown was coming down the floor. Rainmakers. What the hell?
Over 10. That wasn't the janitor, you mean? That wasn't the janitor?
I mean, yeah.
I
felt bad for you.
Don't.
I did. No, Mike, because it's your team, and you said, if you know what, I'll know in Game 6. If they're close at halftime in Game 6, I'm back on the train.
I thought we were going to win.
And I felt like I put you back on the train in order for that train to fall off the cliff.
I was outfitting a coffin for Paul Sarah. I already had a commission. The whole thing was ready.